was like CMC was still on the board, and I was like, you can't leave CMC on the board and grab Tyreek. And now she's like, oh, I should have grabbed Tyreek. I'm like, you're picking hairs right now because CMC, I would still take him over Tyreek. If we redrafted right now, I would take CMC over Tyreek.
Because to defend myself, nobody knew Tyreek was going to have a 2,000-yard season, and nobody knew Bijan Robinson apparently was going to piss off the head coach and see two touches a game. I know, of all things, he didn't get hurt. You know, he just the coach doesn't like.
Honestly, that's
Justin Jefferson got injured in what week? He's been out for half the season. Yeah, so it's like you never know.
Is Justin Jefferson a flop pick this year?
Yeah.
Would you say he's a flop pick? Well, he did good. He did good.
But then he got injured for 6 weeks and then came back and got a concussion immediately.
Was it a concussion?
Yeah.
Was it?
I thought he got hit in the back.
Well, he's still in concussion pro. You know how it is in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done. He's like, if we're
it's
not
more
gonna...
like they're like, can you put Tua back out there? Yeah.
We'll do it. Last week against the Niners, I was watching it with George, and Brock Purdy got.
Oh, because that's what they did with Tua, right? They said he got a back injury.
Yes.
Definitely had a concussion. Justin Jefferson, same thing. Yes.
So against Brock Purdy, the same shit happened. He went to the blue tent and then came back on the field like 2 or 3 plays later, and they're like, oh, it's a shoulder injury. And George's like, oh, at least it's not a concussion. I'm like, if he gets hit again, he's going to have Tua crinkle fingers for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, he got popped. And he was sitting there like holding his helmet like this. I'm like, ain't no way. Like, shoulder, what?
Yeah.
It's the same thing we were talking about Tua. He stood up and started stumbling around like he didn't even know where he was. It's like, that's his back.
The back injury. Yeah. It's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, but go Dolphins. Hopefully.
I got to be a Dolphins fan, dude. I got to go for my AFC team this year.
Yeah. Well, come on over to the NFC.
I'm on the NFC already.
I know, but are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not this season.
It's up to you guys in New Orleans, huh?
Yeah, New Orleans plays. They played Thursday, right? I believe so.
Did they play Thursday?
Yeah.
Whatever. They have a harder shot than we do.
Okay.
Right now, because even if we like,
are y'all tied right now?
We're both tied. No, actually, we haven't one game up.
Okay.
But say we both lose our next 2 games, then we'll take it because we have the divisional record. So
y'all holding a divisional spot.
Yeah, because we have Jacksonville this week. So
y'all should beat Jacksonville. Honestly, Jacksonville's not that good.
They should be better, but I have no idea what's going on with that team.
What you need to be,
yes,
What they need to be more worried about is who they're going to play in the first round. Whether it's
the
Eagles or the Cowboys, I'd rather play the Cowboys. Dude.
Honestly, right now, I'd rather play the Eagles. Bro,
so
they're fumbling apart. Bro.
They are
bad. Do you see how embarrassing they had Jalen Hurts the other day?
Yeah,
bro. That team is they had a.
Well, it's someone in the office was like everybody's figured him out. Like they finally.
I don't even think it's just that because it's like
except the tush push.
Well, I think you're right in the sense of like that they figured him out. What? How many games? 3 games now that they've lost in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
So yes, for sure they figured him out a little bit. But I think that once they started losing, that their morale just started getting crumbled.
Well, I did say that they showed like Jason Kelsey on the sideline, dude, and he looked like he was ready to retire right there.
He's already talked about this being his last season anyway. So
what's the wide receiver?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. That fool has been pissed.
Well, did you see that they were doing like fumble recovery?
Did you hear what happened with that?
No.
Before that? So the reports coming out of the camp before that clip came out of Jalen Hurts
learning
mad doing fumble drills was that AJ Brown held an offensive only.
That was tied together?
Yes. That's what I heard that, and then this was the next practice was the fumble
So they
drill.
had those. So he called like an all teams meeting.
Only offensive. All player offensive meeting. And who knows what came out of there. Yeah. It for sure was a bunch of finger pointing because Jalen Hurts is still finger pointing in the press conference. I don't know if you saw that, but we'll get to that right now. So not only did they have that players own meeting, they also was reports that multiple players came up to the coaches and were talking about how like they had concerns with Jalen Hurts fumbling issues. And then after compiling those things together, then you get the clip of him mad doing the fumbling drill. But even after this last game, he was on the stand talking about like, I just feel like we're just not on the same page. And it was like very like kind of. I'm honestly very upset with how he's been handling the whole thing because I feel like one of the things that made him a great pro was what happened to him in Alabama. Like you guys know what happened to him in Alabama, right? Yeah. So like after getting like sat for Tua, and then the next year they picked Tua over him to start, so he had to go out to somebody else.
Right? Yeah.
And I felt like showing his professionalism, and at that point, nobody knew if Jalen Hurts could even be an NFL quarterback. And then like showing him go through the transfer portal, making a name for himself in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I think it was. And then getting drafted in the teens, like pretty high or whatever, and now already you got a Super Bowl shot. Like I felt like he was like a pro's pro. Like he was like a vet coming in as a rookie or whatever. And this has been like,
do you think it's because there's no alternative option? Like he had the opportunity to go into the transfer portal. This is a little different because you're kind of stuck.
I if you're asking my opinion, I think that there was a point in time where he, and I don't think it's just him, but one thing I see that's wrong with him is that he started drinking his own Kool-Aid and thinking that he was the man. And I feel like that Oklahoma Jalen Hurts, and even coming into the draft, the initial Eagles Jalen Hurts had a chip on his shoulder, and I feel like coming in this year, it was more so like Cam Newton, Superman. Like
we saw that attitude.
I'm back.
I think we even saw it in the last year with him. Like his arm strength isn't the best in the league.
Who, Jalen Hurts?
Jalen, yeah.
I just feel like his accuracy is not.
Yeah, and I think he's with that. Like his accuracy has been off this season. It's just like I know they lost some key players in the offseason, but man, they looked strong in the beginning, but now
they lose.
But even when they were
people in defense, they lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say offense, dude. They got.
Well, they lost. I think their two biggest things that they lost were their defensive coordinator and their offensive. Well, they lost both coordinators.
That's true.
This
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
But even in the beginning when they were winning, like AJ Brown was still mad, and I also think that he is starting to show a little bit of signs of. No, I'm starting to. I think this correlated with how he got himself out of Tennessee. It's kind of also starting to show that he's a little bit of a diva when it comes to wide receiver, that wide receiver role, and so. But like
a lot of them.
It's very hard to judge because as a competitor, if he thinks that he's supposed to get the ball at a certain time and he's not,
right,
for whatever reason, and at this point he's blaming Jalen for either holding the ball or whatever, I can see where you're gonna get upset at that. But I just think as an organization, they're fumbling everything. Yeah. Like they are going into the playoffs not as the same team as they were beforehand. They're
gonna struggle.
They're gonna lose the first game to almost anybody in the NFC, which is bad.
Dude, could be Tampa.
Honestly, it could be like depending on how y'all finish this season. If y'all take care of Jacksonville, and you still play New Orleans again, I think, right? I think
we got
those
one more left. Yeah.
Depending on how y'all look the next 3 games, honestly, I would take y'all over the Eagles.
Yeah, the Tampa is not the best team in the NFC South, but they're the best.
Bro.
They're just the
quarterback's on fire.
They're just the most competent team in the NFC South. Somehow.
They have to me, they're the most consistent team.
Yeah,
like
Atlanta.
They've been flying around
That's
That's
a good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
They've just been like this.
They're flatlined.
New Orleans goes from like scoring 40 points a game to scoring literally nothing.
Yeah,
that's true.
But Atlanta has so much talent on that team, and it's like
Atlanta's like this play to play, like possession to possession. They're just like one.
That dude's spending too much time.
They're flying high. What's the Drake London? What's their quarterback name?
Desmond Ritter.
That's Desmond Ritter's out in the end zone doing celebrating, and then 4 turnovers back to back.
Bro, I saw something on Facebook yesterday. It was like saying, "Now this is like the season of the backup quarterback." And it is true.
It really is.
It's wild.
This and last season too. Last season was pretty crazy.
Well, what's his name who came in for Burrows? That guy's looking pretty good too.
Oh, Browning? Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
My boy Dobbs.
And he's doing. That's what I was going to say.
I was high on.
You're buying the cards right away.
He had like what two good weeks?
2 good weeks with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one.
I think it was 2.
1.5.
Well, no, because he won 2.
He won 2, but that second one was very.
That one he got a little shaky.
I just remember
looking back on it from the last couple games. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah. I remember that 3rd week was when he had like 4 picks. We were like, oh.
Now he's benched. So he's got a good story. Good for
but last year I know
it's a cool story that lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's an astronaut or something. Yeah, scientist. Throws a football.
Yeah. Maybe you should go back to like
that's like an Air Bud movie, right? Yeah.
That's like a Yeah, I guess Airbud. Like I was gonna say, like Beethoven type of like inspirational.
Yeah, one of those.
Like,
Rudy. I don't know.
Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah.
As long as you get that that like piano inspirational slow
there's
motion.
a montage of him training.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's him doing homework and throwing footballs.
Yeah, you get that one training thing, and then that last scene is that perfect spiral to the end zone, corner touchdown. Everybody's celebrating.
He goes
instead
to college.
of a touchdown, it's an interception.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say last year it was backup quarterback year too, because I know somebody who made a bet last year that Tua wasn't gonna be a top 12 in passing yards, and if you remember last year, Tua literally missed half of the season.
Yeah.
And still squeaked in with the number 12.
Yeah. I do remember us looking at that chart.
Yeah.
Because so many players got injured last year. Like, and also pulled. Like Derek Carr got pulled last year from Vegas.
Oh, that's right. Because last year, Brock Purdy was the backup.
Brock Purdy was the third string.
Yeah.
Who was the backup?
Was boy that's in Dallas right now. What's his name?
Is it not? It wasn't. I don't remember who it is.
Oh, well, I guess technically it was Jimmy G, but Jimmy G was I think they went in
that's right,
with Jimmy G being number one.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Dude, we already forgot about him.
Yeah, I saw him on Dallas. I'm like,
where'd he go?
Who are
he
you?
is?
Oh, no.
That's funny, dude.
Gosh, poor guy.
But what do you guys think about Dallas? Is this their year?
Frauds,
no, it's
dude.
not.
Yeah,
No.
absolute frauds.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even matter if I really believed it was their year. I will still stand blue in the face and say that they're frauds.
Winning the Super Bowl, and I'm like, not their year.
I just don't see how anybody beats the Niners on their way to the Super Bowl this year.
No,
it doesn't look like it's possible.
Yeah, it's like I thought that the Eagles were gonna be another tough, like this is gonna be another great NFC Championship game, but nah. Even if they're 100% healthy, which I don't think any team is really 100% healthy. It's just with like we were talking about earlier, all of the. I don't think people understand how much a locker room really matters. It's why I know for a fact that the Bills will never win anything because their locker room is way too up and down.
Yeah.
Like you can literally visibly see it in their face every time Josh Allen throws an interception. Everybody's visibly like,
they're like again.
It seems like they're pretty high up though on the fact that they let James Cook actually run the ball,
which I think is gonna be good. But this was gonna happen. They everybody's getting high on Bills again because it's like they still got it, but it's like they never had a running game. So all you have to do is QB spy Josh Allen and then play coverage. So now you just have to play them like a regular team. Yeah. Like once you start playing them on defense as a regular team, he's gonna start throwing interceptions again. Yeah. It's for sure gonna happen.
They're just that team that I would never count out. You know?
Yeah.
They have the ability.
Yeah. They got whether they can pull it in combat sports a puncher's chain.
He also has Josh Allen has grit.
Yes, that
guy will grind it out.
If it's an ugly game, I give it to them. They can win an ugly game. But if it's you got to stay in the pocket and play quarterback game.
Yeah. If they have to play,
that's how you got to play them. You got to make him a quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't make him like a backyard Johnny Manziel running around and
you're always trying to make him Pat
and
Mahomes.
That's what San Francisco will do to him.
Yeah. I think
the Bosa dude coming on that.
I think the Ravens are going to do
right. Which one? Joey's on what team?
Joey's on the Chargers.
Yeah.
Chargers.
Rip.
Yeah. That team is
free that man.
Yeah. Dude, free Herbert. God.
Nah, he could stay there. I can't stand that. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think he's bad?
I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's that great.
I think he's stuck.
I think he's stuck, but I also don't think you can't just blame everything on the coach. Yes, you can blame a lot on the coach, but you can't blame.
No, I blame it on that. What's that receiver that keeps dropping all the passes?
Yeah.
There's been 4 different screenshots of
Chargers
hitting him in the hands and just bouncing off.
Oh, that's the rookie, dude. Oh, the funniest clip is him getting drafted and talking about how he's gonna retire his mom, and then it's just a clip of him just dropping a bunch of balls.
No,
it's just like we talked about fantasy. It's in hindsight, it's easy to sit here and make fun of the draft and everything, but you never know.
You don't know.
You have no idea.
I didn't know I was making a freaking juggernaut team for Leanne. I would have done that for myself. What?
You just gotta go in there and change the names. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But okay, so going back on Herbert, the thing with him is that he's had opportunities to be successful, and you can blame the coach, but they were down 27-0 on Jacksonville in the playoffs last year. that's not only on a coach. Like that's not they lost that game. That's not only on a coach. In my opinion, like there's like I remember, I can't remember exactly, but there was a situation in that game where it's like all you need is a first down. I don't care who you are, like as a coach wise, if you're that guy that everybody thinks you are, get a first down.
I just question,
and nobody's talking about it
with the coaching specifically, and maybe I'm like thinking about it more because of how Green Bay looks right now, specifically on the defense. I'm like watching our players and where they are and what they're doing. They're tripping over their own feet. I'm like, what is going on in practice? Yeah. What are they coaching these guys that were
that's a good
so out of position? You know, like
okay, with Brian Stinley specifically, I don't think that he's a bad coach in like preparation wise. I think he's I think he's an idiot when it comes to like play calling on both offensive and defensive side of the ball, and I think that he's also the type of person, you saw this right until he got fired, where he took no accountability. Like he says he took accountability, like, oh yeah, it's my fault. But then like, so why should you be the coach? It's like, well, because it wasn't my fault. It's like,
like, what? Yeah.
So I feel like that is a recipe for disaster. When you have continual, like they've been asking from the beginning of the season, like, are you going to keep calling plays for the defense? And he was like, stop asking me that. Like, we believe in our preparation and stuff like that. It's like, well, it's not working. So like you're believing in losing preparation. Like, and, like to me, when you get to a head coach, you got to take the what do you call that one? Like the ego out of it, in the sense of like you have to look at yourself in the. If you want to keep your job, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not the best for this job. I need somebody else to be calling the plays for.
I don't know why you'd ever want to call the plays as a coach.
Well, yeah.
That's too much work.
Honestly, I want to call.
Would you need to like also you need to have?
But like,
I don't want to be head coach.
I was going to say you'd rather be the offensive or defensive coordinator.
Yes. Yeah, I'd rather be the offensive coordinator.
Too much responsibility to be doing all that.
Yeah, because like you think about the head coach. In reality, like the head coach, you got so much on your head. Like you have to worry about all that personnel, and you got to worry about like people don't realize this because they're grown men, but like even at anybody's job right now, there's drama. Like there's gonna be drama in a locker room full of a bunch of dudes. Like that's just gonna happen. And the head coach, and that all ends at the head coach. Yeah. And if it doesn't, like you have to put somebody in place to take care of that. Yeah. So it's like you literally have to control every single aspect that you can, and that I don't want to. Hell no, I wouldn't want to do that.
That's way too much.
Like at that point, it ain't even football anymore. That like as a head coach, half the time, like it's really
can't
just
be fun.
No.
You know? Well, that's what I always said about like the Hurricanes when like Manny Diaz took over. And he was calling the defense and doing the head coach stuff. And I was like, gosh, man. And then that was when we just.
Because you think about it, it's like you only have a certain amount of time to prepare. So I like to think of it because of Madden. Like when I don't know if you guys ever play franchise mode, but like if you're creating a franchise on your own, every week you have a certain amount of time to do certain things. So whether that's prepare your defense, like get a little bit more points for this and that, whatever. The point is that you have like, literally, it gives you 120 hours for the week, and you have to figure out how to like boost your team up as much as you can for that next week. And I feel like that's the same way in real life, where it's like as a head coach, you have a certain amount of hours to the next game, and you have to prepare head coaching stuff. So if you're splitting that time with a coordinator time, which like preparing for calling plays and stuff like that, you're already doing a disservice for both positions.
So how does it work? Like, is it like you have like the position coaches, right, that are over all the different positions? So then is the defensive coordinator like bringing to them like what needs to be worked on and what I was always curious how that.
So like most of the time, you get into an office or whatever when you're watching film or whatever, and it's all the offense with the head coach, usually, when you're breaking down game plan. And, yes, the coordinator has a lot to say in there, but the head coach is still the guy talking and telling that's the thing. That's the shitty part, too, that people don't really realize is, like, if you don't have a tight coaching staff that, like, likes each other, you know how many, like, digs – it's like a coordinator be like, well, if the offensive line was blocking better, like that type of shit can go on too, and like people don't even think about that, which I think a lot of that is going on with the Eagles. But like so like it just depends too, because that's all on the head coach to disseminate like who has what role. So the coordinator might be the boss of all the position coaches, or he could just be another like employee just like everybody else, answering to the head coach. It just depends. I don't know exactly like how most teams are broken up. It seems like, for example, like Miami, especially. I don't know. You guys watching Hard Knocks in season? No. It's pretty good.
I see a lot of the clips, but I haven't watched.
But I like watching it because I can like, especially with Leanne, I can explain to her like certain things. Like she didn't know that there was like a. Yeah, I guess. But like she didn't.
Old Alex.
Yep.
She didn't know that there was
gone a while. Still the same.
Yeah.
She didn't know that there was like a quarterback.
Plays so she can see how it works.
I wish I had my
I knew it.
I literally have like I'll write circles and then be like, all right, so like this guy has to do this. And like,
God, she's like, you're an
She's
idiot.
just on her phone. She's like, it's so cool, babe.
Yeah. Wow.
But she didn't know that there was a quarterback room. Like she didn't even know what that was, like what that meant. Like she didn't know that like on a day to day, like when you go into work, like yes, you're a team, but you have your specific positions that you are like in the offices. You're never really in the same room as like defense if you're on offense.
Ugh. Right?
They smell worse.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. So, it's really good, especially like if you want to learn, how, like it blew my mind. There was a clip this last week where Tua was like, "Did you know that there was more employees here than just us? Like just the football players?"
Because he was just in that one room.
Yeah, He said
That's
he went.
funny.
I think he went like across the hall, and he was like, "There's like 400 people over there." Or whatever.
Who do you think's doing all that?
Exactly, but they didn't even think about it. He's like, "There's people like selling tickets and stuff." Like,
Bro, those concussions really got him.
Funny, dude.
that had me cracking up. But I feel like a lot of people like that watch Sunday football don't even think about what preparation goes in, like on a week to week basis.
Yeah.
Like
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
I've just heard just the film alone, like watching film is exhausting.
So
There's
I never watched film.
one of the
and it showed.
That's why he's here.
Bro, I would literally be on the line and like especially for Haggerty, I was like backup for a lot of different positions. I didn't start in Haggerty in any position, which is why I quit. But I would come in and literally ask the person next to me like, "What am I doing?"
Put me in, coach.
But yeah, what were we saying?
There's one of the old Green Bay quarterbacks has been on like TikTok, on my TikTok a lot recently, like breaking down like it's like he transitioned from being like a backup quarterback to now he's like a Madden like streamer and stuff, but he's been breaking down like what goes into being a quarterback, and he's like, even as the backup, like all the stuff he had to know and all the time put into it. And he was saying like it was like sometimes 80-hour weeks just watching film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, golly. And he's like, and I didn't even play. He's like, gosh.
I was gonna say, being a backup quarterback got to be the worst, because like there was I don't know if you guys ever watched damn it, I forgot the show, Blue Mountain State. Blue Mountain State.
Okay.
I didn't watch it, but
It's funny, but the whole premise in the beginning is the backup quarterback is like, this is the best position of all time because I get to like live the college experience and never like play or whatever. But I feel like it's the opposite, because it's like you have to be high anxiety at all times because
you have to
when
keep
you
your
play
stuff together.
Yeah, when you play, all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it's not a backup position where you could be like, oh, I'll go in, like a running back, like, oh, the running back got injured, get in there and get a couple yards. Nobody's expecting anything from you. When you're going in as a backup quarterback, they're expecting you to save the game.
Yeah, you're number two.
Yeah, and like you're now gonna be either elevated to on a pedestal for taking the quarterback position and like winning a game, or the worst of the worst. Yeah. And I can't.
You're the reason
imagine.
we lost the game.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't even imagine the scrutiny.
Third string's where it's at. That's where you want to live.
Don't even know what's going on half the time. Yeah.
You're like,
they'll never get down here.
You're in. You turn around. You got like a piece of pizza. You're like, oh shoot, dude.
Give me some Gatorade.
Need to run this off.
Yeah. Homework. I ain't doing homework. Homework.
I would definitely
be like Kyler Murray over here.
I feel like
exactly.
All right.
I would definitely, like, if I got away with it once, it would be bad, because then you're like, well, I got away with it last week.
Why do you think it happened to Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray was like, I mean, I don't know any of the plays going in here, but I'm athletic enough to still win this game. So
that's why he just runs around in the backfield all the time.
You don't know where
I'll get there.
He's hoping somebody gets open out there. Gosh, that's so true. Oh my gosh, dude, he really was playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
he
that
was.
guy looks open.
Bro, the stats were crazy when you compare them to like
his screen time on Call of Duty versus his iPad time.
0.
Oh my God! The fact that worked its way into his contract is
nuts.
Telling, very telling.
Yes, is beyond
Has
me.
he been doing any better? I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
He's gonna doing good. But
he's gonna get traded.
Trash.
Yeah, he's trying to get traded.
He's trying to get traded. I don't know if they will. I think that's another coach that might be.
Oh yeah,
out the door.
Okay, we'll ask you this question because we've been debating this in the office a lot. How much longer do you give Mike Tomlin for the Steelers?
Oof. That's a
because we debate about this a lot.
That's a tough one, and
I've said, at what point do you call it what it is? Like you only get so far. When did they win the Super Bowl? 2013.
Yeah, they ain't gonna.
They haven't really been close.
So
they had that one season where they were 10-0, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" They lost first round of playoffs. Like at what point? Like he's done fine, but like at what point do you try to get to that next level? Now,
okay, so let me.
They have not had great players.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Is
you
like
got Mitch Trubisky as starting quarterback. I want
Mitch
Trubisky to be good, dude. But he's
the other fool?
Pittman, Kyle Pickett.
Like that fool sucks.
Yeah,
Kenny Pickett. That's
oh my gosh, that fool is trash.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But he's a part of getting those players.
Yeah, I agree.
But sometimes the front office tells you what you're doing.
But when it comes to the Steelers,
I think he's got a lot more.
He's got a lot more say than most.
And he could leave, but
he's like a Belichick.
Yeah.
And to be honest, so okay, this is an interesting question. My flip side would say, how much longer until Mike Tomlin will rather leave?
Yeah.
And go to a team that has like the Chargers, that has Herbert and has a contending defense.
Yeah. They have the most. They have
the names to be a contending.
They have the highest paid defense.
They are
terrible.
Yeah, they are terrible. They just got hung 63 points by the Raiders.
Yeah, the highest paid defense got that drop.
But like they have talent on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And I think that if he leaves the Steelers, he gets a bag. Like he gets the Doc Rivers bag. So I think that best case scenario, they mutually depart. Worst case scenario, I give him how long do you it just depends. Like, what's the plan? Like, you got to you got to look. And to me, I'm like, Pickett's out of the question. So what do you do?
How many years has he been in the league?
Pickett, I think 3 years.
3 years. Yeah,
3. Yeah, I think Pickett to me is that's a done deal. So it's like, what do you focus on first? Do you focus on firing Mike Tomlin and then bringing a new coach already to like just get everything? Do you give him one more year? But it's like, one more year for what? Like, what's the point of giving him one more year? Like, you're not. There's no point in giving him more than this year if there's not a 4 to 5 year plan to like get back to a contender.
Right.
If that's not the case, then I think they both should mutually for honestly for both. Not because I don't think that a new coach is gonna come in and immediately make them a contender. But you, in my opinion, for the Steelers, you want to have like a 5 year plan with. If it's not Mike Tomlin, you got to get somebody else. And honestly,
Brandon Staley.
Hell no, that never.
Coaching another good one.
He's like, here we go.
What's this fool from Michigan?
Oh, Harbaugh.
You think he's gonna come?
There's rumors that he's coming back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. The Bears. I know he wants to go for the Bears, and honestly, that's where
he looks like he belongs at the Bears.
Yeah.
That might make me hate the Bears a little less because he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is a funny guy. I honestly think that's best case scenario for the Bears, but I just talking to a Bears fan. He's mad that they're actually winning and looking good now because it's limiting the chances of them moving on from that head coach.
Yeah.
But I think the Steelers would be a amazing opportunity to bring Hardball in to already a established franchise, and also like Mike Tomlin can move on and go to the Chargers, and I think he would have success with the Chargers, to be honest.
I think at some point too, you just want a fresh start.
I agree.
You've been the Steelers for how long?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
If they part ways with him, I can't be like you're bad.
Yeah.
It's got to be like hey, we want different, or we want to just see it do you like? If I'm Mike Tomlin, do you like? I would ask him, do you want to rebuild another team? Like this, is that what you want to do? Because if you want to rebuild another team, then we would look at that seriously and look at your plan and see what you want to do. But honestly, like at this point, like I don't know if Mike Tomlin wants to rebuild another team. Like his big coaching thing is bringing in black Air Forces at the beginning of the season, and it's like I feel like that you do that with a team that already like respects you and already like I don't think that type of coaching works for like new guys. I don't know. I feel like for his sake too, I think they should part ways, but mutually, not as a firing.
Don't make it bad, yeah.
Like that, I think that hurts your chances.
Because it's like you said, like, what's the goal? Like, you busted this quarterback. What, like, where do you go from here?
This quarterback is done. Honestly, this defense is a very young defense that you're gonna have to pay soon if you want to keep this intact. So either you rebuild now and get ahead of a schedule, and then realize like, all right, which guys do we want to like the Commanders? I feel like are doing that. Like
they're Ron Rivera's done it.
Yeah, he's done. So that's why they looked at this year and we're like, we have Sweat and the other fool that went to the Niners that we have to pay.
Yeah,
and it's like, are we gonna pay them or are we just gonna rebuild? Like, I'm not gonna pay them and rebuild. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they got rid of their teams, and I feel like the Steelers will be on the same page next year when they got to pay T.J. Watt, which is
he's done, right?
T.J. Watt?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's old.
No, he's young.
How old is he not?
He's like 28, 29,
Bro,
maybe 30. He's
the
best defensive player in my opinion.
Oh, he's good, but I mean, he's beat up. I mean,
yeah, he does get injured a lot, but at the same time, like
he's old.
He does everything for that defense.
Exactly. That's why he's so beat up.
He's gonna get paid, and he's gonna get paid, and I just don't see why.
What do you think he is?
I was gonna say like 32.
I'll say 28.
29.
Okay.
29?
Yeah.
What's that from?
Yeah, I feel like maybe he's been
new girl.
Maybe he's just been in the league so long. I thought he was. Like
I just think
30s.
he's been injured so many where you're like he's got to be old.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
And then J.J. Watt too is like, yeah, he's for sure. He's got one max contract.
Yeah,
he's TJ in him left, and I don't think that the Steelers should give it to him.
Who do you think will do it?
I hope us and like
you don't have the
pick.
You don't have the money for it.
Have it, but
yeah.
Let me see who. Honestly, bro, like at this point, it's gonna be a contender. It's gonna be the fucking Eagles or some shit. That, like, are gonna go out
the 49ers. They'll figure it out.
Oh my god, bro! How many defensive ends do they have?
They just they like, you know, like we always joke, like they're collecting all the Infinity Stones. They have 2 gauntlets, dude, and they're real close to having all.
If they don't win, like, that's a big question. If they don't win soon, what happens to Kyle Shanahan? Because
I
agree. Yeah.
Because like God, like
he just doesn't believe.
How many more excuses? Like
nothing against Brock Purdy, but like he's looking way better this season.
He is looking way better.
But it definitely seems like Kyle Shanahan does not care about who the quarterback is.
Well, it just I go back,
and he's just Brock Purdy's just really actually excelling.
I just wish I wish Aaron Rodgers would just get over it and just go win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, he'd walk in, they'd win a Super Bowl.
I mean, he wouldn't have to do much.
Without an Achilles, he could win.
He wouldn't even have to move. You wouldn't even have torn it.
Yeah,
because you would just have to drop back a little bit and go anywhere.
Get in the Debo, like oh my! That team is just so stacked. That's crazy.
It's just firing on all cylinders right now. It's pretty crazy to watch.
It is crazy, and I hate it because I wish that the Dolphins were.
You guys look like at the beginning of the season.
It's just it's fool's gold. I feel like we're the Cowboys on the AFC side.
You just need better defense. That's your biggest problem.
Our defense has been straight. Honestly, it's consistency. Like And I would blame the consistency on the offense. I would blame it a lot on Tua, to be honest.
Yeah.
And like
you heard it.
Like if you look at the three of the game that we lost, one was a blowout. The other 2 was Kansas City and Tennessee. That was horrible. Don't even remember.
Yeah, last Monday. Last Monday was a rough Monday night.
That's not even
for both of us.
But
KC's
not doing it that good.
But against KC and the Eagles, we had a chance to win at the end, or at least keep it competitive. And both times, Tua messed it up.
Yeah,
I forgot which game it was, but he completely slipped and like all over the place. And I was like, that was our 4th down. Yeah. And then against the Kansas City, a fumble on 4th down in the red zone. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh,
how much did they come back by in the last like 2 minutes? Tennessee, right? Wasn't it like
those 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
I turned off my game pissed, and I turned on the other one. I was like, "What?" It just put me in a worse mood. I was like,
I literally
I'm mad for Alex.
The 2 teams that I was like betting on that night, both horrible, horrible.
KC doesn't look that good though, but
yeah,
they're like Buffalo to me. I'll never count them out.
Yeah, no, I'm counting them out.
You got Patrick Mahomes, dude.
I'm counting them out.
Well, if they keep Tony in,
yeah.
somebody said at Barstool they were like, I hope they keep him in just to get him out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Kadarius Toney is literally a double agent. He's literally playing for the other team, bro. Like for sure.
He's a plant.
I think it's like 3 picks off of his hands already this year. 3 picks. Like that's crazy. And the funniest thing to me is how Pat Mahomes is changing from week to week.
Yeah, well, because that one week he was yelling at the ref, and I was like, "You yelled at the wrong guy, buddy."
Your boy Valdez Scanley, when he dropped that wide open pass to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
And what did Pat Mahomes say after that? He's like, "Oh, it's my fault. Like I should have put it better." It wasn't his fault.
Nope.
But it's just funny that it was like and then this past week when Kadarius Toney,
he's done, dude.
It's not my fault. It's that guy.
He was on the bench screaming. Yeah. Oh my God,
he's losing composure.
Yeah, that was weird,
and that's deservingly so.
Yes, deservingly so. But I love it because I hate him.
Yeah, why do you hate him? He's a Muppet.
He's too good. That's why.
Yes, that's
he sounds like Kenny Powers
because he's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like he's like, what was a good comparison of like? Oh man, I had a perfect comparison. But what's the Mormon family? What's the dad? The big like
the 19 Kids and Counting.
Yes.
Oh, the Duggars.
Oh, okay. He's like the Duggars to me. Like
there's got
to be something.
Okay.
Something underlining that's not
his skill, or like he's gonna have
him as a person. Like
he's gonna have a
I don't know.
Scandal coming
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But him as a person, I'm like he's just not. There's nobody that's
he has an affair with Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Dude.
I'm tired of that, dude. I am tired of that.
I'm so glad.
I see the memes online.
I do like Taylor Swift, but it's just I'm done.
I got tired of it when I started seeing like reels of like a Travis Kelce play and her celebrating immediately, and it was like every single time something happens, it's her face. And
but you know what's crazy?
Yeah,
the NFL has tried for years to like boost.
Yeah, this did it.
That did it.
That's
it
crazy.
was nothing of their doing.
Can we talk about that because it is. I would have like okay. So we talked about this because of Andrew Schultz recently when he was bugging about Beyonce versus versus Taylor Swift. Beyonce cannot like uplift the NFL.
No,
the way that's crazy.
Yeah,
because if
your fans are nuts.
Yeah, if you talk about music,
fan, like Kyle, you like Beyonce. Would you consider yourself a Beyonce fan?
Yeah,
Taylor Swift fans are crazy.
Crazy.
They're like who wins in a fight? All right, Swifties or what are they called? Nicki Minaj fans. What do you call them?
Oh, Barbies.
The Barbs. Who wins in a fight?
I don't know who's a Barbie fan anymore. I don't know who's a Barbie.
They're out there.
Anymore.
Don't.
I know they are. I know they are. I just no.
I'm not offending the Barbs.
No. I'm not saying
That's
that.
Alex.
I'm not saying that. I don't know like who. I just like I can't put a face. To that.
Well, the fact
that's what they want.
I can put a face to Taylor Swift fans, and they're
it looks like a Target
crazy.
ad.
Well, the fact that I didn't
like a Target.
Well, the fact that I didn't
like
know,
a Target mannequin like rack.
Yeah, I'm like I know what it. Okay.
The fact that I didn't know that Nicki Minaj fans were called Barbs tells me that Swifties would win because I know.
Well, I just think on volume alone, like
she was on like Kai Cenat stream, and they got like 400 million people watching it.
Yeah, but Kai
or 400,000 people watching it.
That was funny. I did see some of the clips
was like, that's
stream. She was pretty funny.
Yeah. It's just they're out there. That's all I'm saying.
She's good. She's
the Nicki Minaj Barbs have longer nails.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
they got built-in weapons. Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like just Swifties as
have
a number.
Bracelets, baby.
Yeah, their
as
volume
number
is
itself.
It's
huge. Like
yeah.
It's like that Brad Pitt movie, The Zombie, like
World War Z.
World War Z, where it's just like a wave of them. It's like like as a person, what can you do to fight against a wave?
Go to the movies during the era's movie premiere, or not premiere, but like while it was playing, and it was just nuts.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to be in here.
Like it's crazy. Like we talked about recently about like concussions being a bad thing for the NFL, and like how slowly but surely like people are gonna stop like paying attention to NFL. And bruh, like the amount of attention that they've gotten of Taylor Swift, honestly, we could look back in like 10 years and say and like legitimately point to Taylor Swift saving football.
Well, that's what they want. KC in the playoffs just for the Swift.
Oh, for sure they want that. Like,
they don't get that.
100%.
They missed. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, they're going to be in the playoffs. I just don't know how far.
I want them in the Super Bowl. Imagine
and they're gonna have to cheat a lot,
dude.
They're gonna have to cheat. The refs are gonna have to cheat,
and they will.
They will, 100%.
They're gonna
it's gonna have to
call back a Kadarius Toney. He did catch it.
Yeah.
It's like
no, he caught it.
Actually, adding the points back from previous games. So yeah.
He's lined up like even like 2 yards off the line. Like I didn't see it.
That's why that's so crazy to me. And that's the funny part about Pat Mahomes like freaking out about like them calling it on that play is because he's been so
he did the whole game.
Well, yeah, he not only that, but like I feel like Kansas City and the Eagles #1 on refs like save list of like getting them no calls, getting extra calls.
How about the hit the Green Bay put on him, and he was a yard inbounds, and they were like, "That's personal foul." And we were like, "What?" He hit him out of bounds. Yeah. He had a whole yard until he got out of bounds, and he decided to run.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, "Are you got to be kidding me?" That's why I didn't care about the. I mean, the end of that game was definitely pass interference, but I was like, they were giving it back for that other one because it was bad.
But so those things, I feel like Pat Mahomes is starting to look around like, hey guys, did we not get all the same script this year? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I thought
why are you calling an offside?
We had Taylor. We had Taylor.
That it was wild to me that honestly, I forgot who said it, but I was watching somebody on ESPN and they were like, if the refs knew what kind of highlight play was about to happen, they would have never thrown that flag.
Because it was sick. Yeah. It was so sick.
And it's crazy to me that like
I get what he's saying when he's like, it sucks that play just got erased, but
off of something that really doesn't matter, but it's part of the rule, and you guys broke the rule.
Why didn't they call the play dead then? That's the
that's what was confusing.
That was confusing to me, but
that's good. Oh, I know why. Because if KC throws an interception, the Eagles still had a chance to deny the penalty.
Okay.
So like the Eagles had a chance to like. If it went their way to like
their way,
not accept, deny.
Yeah, well, yelling at oh man, that was crazy. Yeah.
Did you see though that like they've been calling this more and more though, like the line? Up. What do you call that? What is it called?
Offensive line, offensive
like scrimmage, line of scrimmage. Yeah, like what are you saying?
It's offensive offside.
Whatever that. Offside. Okay, offensive offside. It's like I guess somebody went back and in 2021 they called that flag once. In 2022 they called it twice.
Yeah,
this year they've called it 11 times.
I mean, to his point, I have never played with a wide receiver that's all onsides. Like
I don't understand.
But you just check with the ref.
Yeah, I remember it being
it is a rule.
It was very easy in high school.
Yeah,
you went up to the line and you either pointed like the direction of the line and they knew you were going on, or you would point away from it and they would just tell you, "Hey, get up or get off."
Yeah, and then you're good.
And that was it.
You didn't Kadarius Toney made because
he didn't even do it.
Well, he did. He did say he was
most of them don't.
Yeah.
I've been paying attention to it now, and like they just go on.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's bold.
He did make a hand sign. He didn't even look at the ref. He made a hand sign that he was on, like he was supposed to be on the line. Yeah. Because that's a rule too. You have to say that you're an eligible receiver on the line. Because I can't remember the exact rule, but there's only a certain amount of people that can be on the line. Okay. So like sometimes you'll see like a motion where like the tight end will back off and then a receiver will get on or something like that.
Did you see though in that same play that one of the linemen, I think the right guard, was like way too far back?
Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, if they didn't call that, they could have called that."
Another one too. Yeah,
he's been doing that all season too. That same guy. Where did
the Eagles too?
Yeah.
Where they got him? I forget where they got him from, but he was known to. I guess like I remember whatever the first game was. He was known to do it on the last team.
The Eagles do that same thing too, where they're literally like their tackle is 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, and it's like, well, obviously it's easy for you to block. Yeah. Like you're literally already setting up before like the defensive end has to take 4 steps to get to you. And you're on the line of scrimmage, supposedly.
Yeah. They do it on the tush push all the time.
All this to say, I hate Kansas City too now.
Yeah, I hate Kansas City. I hate Eagles. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys because they do it to themselves.
No, they bring me a lot of joy.
I hate the narrative. That
I root against them, but I don't hate them.
That's the only time I like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Stephen A., he cracks me up.
He's so delusional, but it's so funny.
It's so funny to me how he's acting now, because now with Shannon Sharp, like he's acting more hood. Like, it's the funniest thing, bro. Like he showed up. I forgot what game he showed up to, but he was like crip walking. Like he was like he looked like he was doing like the lean while he was walking. Like I'm like, oh my god,
dude. Speaking of Shannon Sharp, though, the Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco show, dude, that is wild. Have you ever seen? I've seen clips from it, bro. Those
it's
guys,
wild.
They're talking about back shots the other day.
I love Shannon Sharp,
like,
bro.
What is going on?
Shannon Sharp.
Deion Sanders was on it too.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst three combinations.
The holy trinity of just inappropriate
the
conversation.
Only worst that you can make it is by having Michael Irving there too.
Gosh, dude. They were just dying laughing. They couldn't even.
Shannon Sharp is good. Like, I'll give him that. Like, you can't at this point. You can't just say that. What's his name made him. I feel like they Skip.
Yeah.
You can't just say that.
I think he brought him up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Put him in the limelight.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp
took that shit and ran with it. Like, it's nuts.
Who's with him now? Who's with Skip?
Isn't it? What's his? Oh no, wait.
They have like
what's his name? Isn't it? The cornerback you hate from Seahawks.
Oh, Sherman.
Sherman.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's like a couple people. It's like it's not one person always. I think they have like a basketball guy. I think they have
I know
Sherman.
Richard Sherman's been on there because they get at it.
Yeah, he's been on there a lot.
Definitely not watching.
And Michael Irving's on there a lot too.
He's always taking him to them. He gets aggressive.
I'll be on Team Skip every time.
Yeah.
I don't care what the argument is. I
That's
hate Richard
hilarious.
Sherman, dude. He killed us so many years.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Russell Wilson. I mean, he's a weirdo too, but I'll never forget that 2015 playoff game, dude. And they came back in that last minute.
Me either, bro. I still remember, like, as soon as y'all slid on that pick, I was like, y'all losing the game. I already know it.
Kills me.
Like, I already know y'all taking it too lightly.
The emotional roller coaster that game was.
Yeah, because I knew, for whatever reason, I knew for a fact Aaron Rodgers was not gonna be aggressive and get the first down, and y'all were just gonna oh well, we could just use our defense. And I was like, honestly, like,
Can we? Yeah.
That's the worst person to like. Not this year, not anymore. But back then, Russell Wilson at the end of games was a demon.
Yeah,
like,
this year they figured out the best way to win is to not use him. He has under 200 yards passing every game.
Yeah,
and they're
every
doing
time
it.
They use him. They have to use him. Like against the Texans, I remember. Only reason I know anything about the Broncos is because of sports betting. But I bet on the Broncos that game, and because every close game up to that point, like, they were on a 5-game winning streak or whatever. So I was like, as long as they keep it close, which I think the Denver Broncos defense could do that, like, Russ is gonna do enough to at least get that field goal that they need or that touchdown at the end. Like, it's just been like they've been getting so lucky with Cordell Sutton, and nope. 3 picks that game, and one of them was on that last play of the game into the end zone.
I would have made him a millionaire.
No, it wouldn't have made me a millionaire.
That was it.
That's all it would have taken. We'd have never heard from him again.
Never again. It would have said Alex left chat.
We'd be like, we're recording Tuesday, right? He's like, nah.
He's like,
how much would you guys change your life if you won like the lottery? What
how much is it?
Yeah, how much
okay,
am
so
I
let's
winning?
talk about tiers. So let's say $500,000. Let's say $500,000 right now.
Nothing much is changing.
Yeah.
Nothing's changing.
I don't even think I'm buying I'm paying off my car, but that's
okay. So
I'm probably going to be pretty. I'm probably going to be pretty conservative with keeping that.
Okay.
I'd probably put it all towards a house.
Okay, now let's say $10 million.
10 million, I'm probably quitting.
Yeah. 10 million, yeah. I'd buy a new car.
I'm gonna take my sweet time.
Yeah, I think that's a valid amount of money to quit. But what are you changing your lifestyle? Like,
yeah,
are you changing nothing, or are you just playing more Fortnite?
Yeah.
Fortnite's back, dude.
I know.
Playing Lego Fortnite now.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I was just thinking about this today. My life for the last 4 or 5 months was it was like I went on a side quest, and now I'm just back to just to what you always knew, dude.
Got your gyms, now you're back. Yeah.
I just went off, and everybody's like, "Where'd he go?" And then I'm back.
Yeah. Nothing changed. I'm back.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, dude. I'm probably it'd be $10 million.
Okay, $100 million.
$100 million. I mean, I'm getting a nice truck, dude.
That's what you do.
That's
with
what you're
$100
doing?
million.
That's all I can think about.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
$100
Where would you
million?
live? Like, would you still live
I'd
here?
go back to Ocala, dude. I'd get a
$100 million.
nice.
Oh my
Living
God,
in
you're the
Dallas.
only motherfucker that I ever know that will
Yeah.
make $100 million and be like, I want to live in Ocala.
Bro, I'd get some nice land
right next to my
dude.
parents.
I'd clear all the houses next to my parents.
You still do your laundry
One
there?
big house.
Yeah.
You build that righteous gemstone
of the amusement park.
Yeah.
I don't need Disney World. I got my own.
All right, Kyle, where are you moving?
Where am I moving? Oh man.
Where did you always say you want to live?
Was it Connecticut?
Connecticut, dude.
No, I said it would be nice to live there for a little while, just to try it out.
Well, perfect time. You got 10 million.
No,
You got
no.
10 million?
10 million? No, shoot.
10 million though. Like, if you move,
100 million.
oh, 100 million. 100 million. Okay.
Yeah, life changing.
Still, that can go quick.
That can go quick, especially.
That's why I'm going to a sensible Ocala,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'm going to stretch it out.
Gonna last longer.
I'd probably do
I'm going. My dumbass is going straight to
Yeah,
Miami.
I knew it.
thinking-
The high
thinking that
rise.
I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like,
Give me the penthouse.
See him in a year.
yeah, in a year I'll be right back.
He's crawling back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how much 100 million is. I'll just be like, all right, yeah, give me that, give me that.
Like,
It's like
sir, you're
you're
out.
already done. It's like,
Yeah.
What do you think?
That went quick.
What do you think changes? Like, I mean, like, I think we'd all get a house, but
Yeah,
like, what
house,
do you think? Like, the
car.
way you dress changes? Do you think? I feel like
I don't think so.
I feel like I'd still be wearing Hokas.
Yeah, I don't think
You'd have more. You'd have one for every day. Yeah.
That
all the colors I
That is
want.
one thing I don't think that I would change really the way I dress.
Get a nice timepiece.
Oof, a timepiece I would.
I'd get.
They'd be
I'd
subtle.
get the new one.
You know the meme of like,
This one
I'm
has
not gonna tell
GPS
nobody I
and
won the
Wi-Fi.
lottery, but there'll be signs, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm still wearing the same clothes, but I have a different pair of shoes for every single day.
Yeah.
And I probably have like a nice like Rolex on my arm.
I think I would just travel more. Is really what it would.
Travel more,
I
yeah.
wanna
You'd
travel.
see me. You wouldn't see me. I'd be like the opposite of a snowbird. These like next 3 months,
Yeah.
I'd just be snowboarding for 3 straight months.
That'd be sick.
I'd probably move overseas somewhere weird for a while.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to spend like a couple years in like Japan?
Well, I want to do that.
That's what I
anyways.
would do. Yeah, exactly.
I'll visit.
I got the
you in
money.
Japan.
Okay.
I don't know if I could live in Japan. That's a big culture shock.
I'd get sick of.
Not that I'll get sick of it. I just don't know if culturally I like I'll be able to
You're
hang.
gonna take your shoes off when you go inside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do.
And it's like the
100%.
little things, like even like being in a ramen shop where everybody's slurping up their noodles. Like
yeah.
I don't know if I could deal with that.
Yeah. Hey, you can't do that.
Quieter.
Exactly.
But look at this 7-Eleven food. It looks good.
That 7-Eleven looks dope.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be visiting
You
you.
think
That's
you get
for
like
sure.
you get lonely though, like
living out there.
not
He's got-
having.
He's got an army of children.
Do you
That's
think you would
true.
get lonely?
I think so though.
Like
Like
who do you see?
my family, dude. I couldn't leave my
Oh,
family.
yeah.
You don't bring him with you?
No.
Oh.
Dad's not starting a church in Japan. Yeah, I think I would get. I don't
Be
know.
sick. Think
Just
about the
not being able to talk to
intros.
anybody because I wouldn't learn any. I wouldn't learn a new language, bro.
Why? Don't live in the rural part and you're fine.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think I could leave the people I know.
Mm.
I know I don't do anything.
I would
I
definitely.
see your point. Like, I totally get what you're saying. But like the few times I do come out, it's like
Yeah.
it'd be like, wait
Your
a
family, I
second.
guess that's a big one. That's
Yeah.
a big one for sure.
Yeah.
But with $100 million, like you could fly them out.
Just fly back.
Yeah. It's been a couple months out
Let's
here.
be honest,
I
I'd be
mean,
living
who
with my
knows how long
parents.
that would-
I'd be right. I add on one more room.
yeah.
I'm like, Mom, this is great, right?
That's hilarious.
You
That's
want to go to
actually-
Hobby Lobby?
That's actually what you would do is just build an extension on their house
Yeah.
for you.
I drop one of those shipping containers in the backyard.
Like I would love to
That's
live
so
somewhere
sad.
overseas, but I feel like it has to be a little bit more culturally to what I'm used to.
Well, they'd have to speak.
Oh,
English.
it has to be-
for you.
I don't know if I could
you'd
live
be in
outside of
Spain.
Europe. Yeah, somewhere in Europe. Because Spain, like, yeah, that's
Portugal-
probably my number
Portugal
one.
would
But
be
like,
sick. Yeah.
Portugal is sick. Italy would also be up
Nah,
there.
you don't want to go to.
For real?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Damn.
They'll judge you hard.
Oh, I don't care. About
Yeah.
that. I get
Okay,
judged
yeah.
hard here.
Judging him
That's
for
true.
what? Wait, what are they judging him for?
And
Racist?
they know he's American, and
Yeah. They judge me like that in Spain. Fool.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I was literally sitting to a principal because we I don't know if we ever talked about this, but we were going to like different schools to see if it was an actual possibility, like us moving out there
Mhm.
and like the girls or whatever. And bruh, there was this. I like for everybody who doesn't know, I speak fluent Spanish, speak it, understand it. The only thing
You
is
can't
I
translate
have
it.
an American accent.
Oh,
Like I have an American accent especially when I go to somewhere like Spain. So
they're like Hamwa.
we were all talking all fine, and then this trying to watch my my words a little bit.
Yep, be careful.
Was like, oh, like I know you guys understand me. Not him, but like I was like, what the?
Dude,
I just I'm like,
I
it was
love
worse that she had a full mustache too. I don't know why it was worse, but that was worse.
No, that's worse.
Like
That's worse. Because you want to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got a mustache.
I've literally been trying to hear not laugh in your face, and you're gonna sit here and disrespect me like this.
yeah.
No, I feel mad.
You got that caterpillar on your face.
But yeah, if I go anywhere, if I go in any Spanish country, they're gonna call me gringo off rip.
Oh yeah,
like, anywhere.
I would.
Anywhere
I would just. I would be. They would be like, oh,
I mean, my dad.
No.
My dad is Cuban. Was born in Cuba. Doesn't know at that point. Didn't know any other language but Spanish. But he's light skinned like me, and he went to Nicaragua when he first got married with my mom, and everybody was calling him a Yankee. Everybody was calling him a Yankee.
That would make me feel so good.
You're like, hey,
like,
thanks.
You're one of us.
Yeah.
Because I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What?
I take it to heart if I get called a gringo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dad gum.
Am I really?
They know?
How do they find out?
How do they know, dude? I'm one of you.
I took it to heart for a long time. And then I was like, I don't care.
The first time I went to Italy, that was the first time I saw actual blackface.
Oh, you see it in Spain too.
So okay,
It's the same parade.
It's allowed there?
They have
Oh,
they have
yeah.
parades.
They have parades. They had the parade.
They
That's
have
what I saw.
parades,
And I was
yeah.
like,
They got all of Europe has a
I saw
blackface
that,
parade.
I
What,
was
what
like,
it is?
What's the blackface?
I have no idea.
it was like the land of blacks or something like that. I was like, oh god, I don't think you say that.
What I've heard Amsterdam
Yeah.
does a
And I was
like a chimney sweep parade
Oh.
where they do blackface.
no, this was Italians with black face on.
Well, yes,
and
but-
and
no,
like
no, no, no,
jungle
no.
outfits.
No.
Oh, okay,
So,
wait,
so
Spain or Italy?
Yeah, this I saw in Italy.
there's Italy has it. Spain
was
has
the
it.
first one to pop up.
Told you. Told you. They also probably got Asian shit where they like literally like tape their eyes. Like Spain is racist, bro.
The fight against Black
This is what I
Pete,
see.
a holiday blackface tradition.
Yeah. So in Amsterdam, I think it's
Bro,
Amsterdam.
what is America complaining about? They're doing it. They're doing it loud and
Yeah.
proud, dude.
I like how you're the one
At
that
least
like.
we try to hide it. This is
That's
crazy.
hilarious. And I think it was Amsterdam. I'm not 100%, but it like they tried to pay like, oh, it's a chimney sweep thing, but it's like,
Is it?
why does that chimney sweeper have an afro on? Like,
Why are his lips
Yeah.
so big?
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not only the black. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's okay. I'll read it to you. It is, every year, many Dutch citizens dress in colonial-style costumes, paint their lips red, wear curly afro wigs, and don blackface to become the minstrel-like character
Oh god.
Zwart Piet, or Black Pete,
Wow.
who was supposed to help Saint Nicholas spread holiday cheer around the country. So they're doing it right now.
You could just like hire a black person, right?
Yeah,
They
but
not have
like,
them?
I don't know.
The
maybe not
reality is
answer.
they're
Yeah.
doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to come up
Yeah.
with reasons afterwards.
Guys, it's for culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like it's been a tradition.
Yeah. Why are you writing it down right now? Yeah.
Yeah, the reality is they want to be racist and
Yeah.
they're trying to find ways to do it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, when I was like, this is wild, bro. Like,
I was just like,
Spain has no chill either. That's for sure.
yeah. As soon as they find out, I'd be dead.
I mean, they have.
Well,
black,
I don't think that
they have black people because
They
there's a
really-
bus full of them protesting it.
They would
Yeah.
just be like, "You can't speak our language.
thing-
oh,
the-
we're gonna bully you."
Yeah, the thing with that I've seen in Spain,
Uh-huh.
which is okay. This is crazy, but seeing that right, there was I went to somebody's house in Spain that was like an old friend of my parents, and he was like he's never been here in the States. He was like, oh, like I want to go, but like they're just so racist over there. And I like I don't know I don't know why I didn't really think much of it. We were just having a conversation. I thought about that, and then literally as I'm walking out of his house, and he lives in Madrid, and we're walking to the subway, you just see flyers of that.
Oh,
Just
no,
blackface.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Gosh. He's like, "Oh,
that's nuts.
I think we
I will
found it."
say
Yeah.
their media is doing a very very good job of not making him seem
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah.
And ours is trying to make us look worse. Goodness
But I just thought
gracious.
that was I thought that was wild. That like, what were we talking about?
We're $100 million. Where are we living?
There.
Yeah, so maybe we can
There, dog.
Yeah. It's like, uh-oh.
He's gonna be
Found
leading
it.
the
I'm gonna
parade.
see. I'm gonna see Evie's.
See ya,
story,
Mom.
Like, uh-oh. It's happening.
I made a lot of new friends today.
That's hilarious. The funny part though is like I don't feel like a lot of them even think that they're doing anything bad.
No, it's
Like,
just
which is
tradition.
the crazy
it's
part.
just like a tradition, right? Maybe it started out as bad, or like the root of it
Yes,
was bad.
but like I wouldn't give them that pass either. I honestly think that it's more ignorance of like they're not even stopping to think that they're hurting anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Like,
which is crazy because, like I just showed you, there was a bus full of people that were like,
Why
"You're
are they
hurting my
really
feelings."
yeah, like they almost want to ignore
They
the
just
fact
think
that
they're like, you're protesting in the character too.
Yeah. It's I'll put it this way. It's like how for many years people tried to say that the Confederate flag wasn't racist. Like, like it's like that.
You're
like
saying they
just,
don't say that still?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess still. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No,
That
yeah.
has to
But
stop.
I think those people already made their mark. I'm talking about like the
they
people that
know.
like
yeah.
were trying to swear that they weren't.
Yeah.
I guess that still happens. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's heritage. Like,
Yeah.
It's part of history.
I guess it's that similarity.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So bring the Confederate flag back. That's what.
Only in Spain. Only in
either
Spain.
that or the blackface
Do you
parade.
think there are Confederate flags over there for that?
Oh,
parade?
I'm sure there are, right?
What?
Like, do you think they have that over there too, just because they're like,
There's
They
some
have
real
our Confederate flag?
like
Yeah.
we heard this is a
There's
pretty
like-
good
there's-
flag for
there's
this.
Like, yeah, there's a couple people. There's a couple people there to like.
Nah,
we know
That's
what
when
this-
Americans go over there to celebrate.
Yeah.
They bring that with
Like
them.
what I've seen about foreigners, they don't like us. Like they don't like anything about
I mean,
us.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of get it.
I
too,
get it. But we have Disney World. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
but it's not even
Football.
for reasons that
Real football.
a lot of it is because of like they feel like we think that we're the shit. I'm like, yeah, they're right.
Because we are. Just ask our military.
I'm gonna say that. But
You know what? Yeah, I get it.
exactly.
When you
That's
start
why
thinking
when-
that, you're like,
But
man.
so do they.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretentious.
Everybody
too.
thinks they're
like,
the
I mean,
best.
yeah, like you go to France and they're all pretentious
Yeah.
too.
And that's
like,
all they got is freaking baguettes, dude.
But it's like for whatever reason, everybody has like come to an agreement that they can't stand us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, we're uniting people over something.
Over our hatred, we're
Not
like
ourselves.
we're like Floyd Mayweather. Like
Yeah.
everybody buys our fights just to watch us lose.
Hey, we're doing
It's
something.
a strategy.
Hey.
It's marketing.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah. That's what they say, except for Jonathan Majors. Oh,
Ooh, that's crazy. We haven't talked about that.
Mhm.
no.
What do you guys think?
Rip. Just how do you blow up your life that quick?
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you guys see the footage?
Oh,
From the car.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
too
Oh, yeah,
long.
we pulled-
there was nothing.
We pulled it up.
I,
there
looked,
was
I tried to
nothing
look
really
at it. I was
good.
like, too long. I was
We
like,
watched it as
Yeah, I skimmed through it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I didn't see anything. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Uh-oh.
bad. No, I'm not.
Alex
no,
said,
no,
but
no,
what'd
no,
she
no, no,
say?
No, 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 no,
We get the time code over here.
no, just from that video, like to me, that wasn't damning evidence.
can't really
that
see much.
Exactly. So
The
that's
worst
all
thing
I'm
is
saying.
the text message.
But I did see, like, from what I did see, that I was like, you're a grown ass man running away from
Yeah.
your girl with your phone, like.
Yeah.
Well, that's what somebody was like. It doesn't matter how much of a conqueror he is, he still couldn't beat the white woman. It's like,
That's hilarious.
dang.
Yeah, you combine that with like everything that people have said about him on set, about how
Yeah.
he's like a super diva and like treats everybody like crap.
It's just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
why?
How do you? But my biggest question is how are you like this? Like, how do people know that you're like this and you climb up to the top to like be the franchise? Like,
Conspiracy theory time, dude.
maybe because I'm like I just don't understand how like you have this many things that like people are saying already. Like as soon as something comes out, floods of like.
I think it's what
Yeah.
I think it's what it
This
is. It
person
just
that.
takes one person to actually say something,
Well,
and then
two,
finally people are like, "Oh, we can say
yeah.
this."
No, I don't even
It's
think
just
it.
like-
It might not
Well,
even
like,
necessarily
people,
be
they may
that.
say- oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, that is kind of weird how he acted. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Mm,
like
okay.
you just maybe it's kind of like, am I? Oh, I'm not the only one that saw
Oh,
that.
right.
You know, like
Wait, he is kind of a dick.
Okay.
we just always say the first thing that comes to mind,
Yeah.
so we can't relate to that. But
No
Yeah.
shit.
we're like, yeah, that guy's an idiot, and he's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, how can you say that about the star? I'm like, well, I don't care.
Was he gonna
He's an
fire me?
idiot. Yeah. I just couldn't believe that like he went through the cracks to get to like the top of not only Marvel but like
Hollywood
Marvel was Disney,
He was at the top of Hollywood,
but
this
even
past
even
year.
over Hollywood, like Disney.
Dang, Disney's over Hollywood.
I would say Disney's over Hollywood. I don't
Disney
know.
is
Am I
Yeah, Disney
am I
is
wild by
Hollywood.
saying
Yeah.
that?
I mean,
They own everything.
Like
so,
as an organization, I feel like they have more power than Hollywood.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys?
I don't know anymore. I don't know who's in charge. Somebody's got to be in charge.
Yeah, somebody's got to be in
So,
charge. Okay, but like,
it's
what
the
about
mouse.
Marvel? Like, what do they do now?
Well, that's what we
They-
talked about. Like, do you recast him?
I do
you
think that there's
pivot?
also a blessing for them because now they can just blame it on.
Ant-Man
Like,
sucked.
exactly.
Like it's because he was a girlfriend abuser.
Yeah,
well, that's why our movie was bad.
Well, I don't think that they can come out and say that, but they can come out and say like, no, you guys don't understand. Like we were building up to something crazy.
Yeah, he
it's
was.
Just, you guys can't
so it's
see
an
it.
excuse.
We're sorry. We'll take
like
a break.
Scapegoat of like.
Okay.
And I think they were.
Why
just
we're not
waiting.
going to get movies for the next.
Honestly,
2-3 years.
conspiracy mind of me wouldn't be surprised that like
they planted the evidence. Mr. Disney did.
Yes, that
Bob Iger was all the members of the jury.
That they
he was
they literally tried everything to make him guilty, whether he was or wasn't. I don't know.
Well, I think his lawyer did because he released that. Remember that video of him stopping the fight of the kids?
No,
you guys didn't see that video. I'll have to show that to you. But
I just remember
there's a video that released recently of him like stopping a fight. And I was like, "That's convenient."
Was this a Jesse Smollett kind of?
It really is. And then those text messages he released.
The text messages. Remember, we read those.
Yeah, text messages were bad.
It was like, "I'm sorry, I made you grab my throat" or something. We were like, "What?
You still did it?"
Yeah, like when your girlfriend is apologizing for you being hands on with her and aggressive.
Yeah.
That's not a good situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Will they ever? Do you think they'll ever release like why like the jury found him guilty? Like. The evidence of that?
It
was like we said, like we just
that
we
IG
saw the
message
video.
you just sent today. We're still waiting for the names of that little black book from this fool.
Well,
Epstein,
that's because the other trial.
Oh, okay.
I will say this. I think that's a little bit of a bigger deal.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, like why do we
hope we forget about it?
Yeah. So I feel like that's
it's like the JFK documentary.
Who's they? I couldn't tell you. But I know there's a they out there.
I know.
We know there's a lot of they
for John F. Kennedy. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
That for sure was the. I'm not saying
what they're coming for you. Yeah.
Anyway,
your phone. They got an alert. Like, don't say it. Yeah.
That'd be. That'd be.
You can see a laser on his chest.
Yeah.
That's crazy because they're blind. So that'd be pretty.
It's
spectacular.
Me. Yeah. Get them.
What was that movie that we're God, was the one where everybody was double crossing somebody else?
Uncharted.
It becomes Uncharted.
I was like, gee,
everybody just against
got to
each
the
other.
point. I was with my sisters. Like at the end, it was like they were running to the end of the tunnel. I was like, we're about to hit another double cross.
Yeah,
and sure
we're
enough,
gonna be sitting here right here, double cross, Mexican standoff. Like
who knows who?
It was like The Office when they're all. I'm not going down for this. Are we gonna get another one of those?
Of what? That
Uncharted?
Yeah, I think so. I think I heard
it was
that.
good enough that I'll watch another one.
Made enough money.
What's his name said he doesn't want to be Spider-Man no more, really. Unless
so
it makes it
Until
worth
they offer him millions of dollars. And
maybe
like,
that's what
I do.
Until he's all that Marvel has.
Yeah, he's the only wholesome thing.
Okay, so that was my big question with Jonathan Majors. Like, what is Marvel gonna do because they have one movie releasing in 2024?
I think they take good hard look this year. Just don't release anything. You just
They need.
I told him they need to like get away from the.
They need to make a good movie.
They need to make a good movie, but they need to get away from like introducing us to new people. They already shot themselves in the foot with not like introducing people with the Avengers that we already loved.
But yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But I just don't think that like not introducing a new character is the answer. I think that hitting a home run, that's your number one. So whatever
and you know what my answer is to that? Fantastic Four. They hit a home run with the Fantastic Four and you'll be good.
Yeah. You're gonna try to fix it. You have to make it an event again, and not just like another one.
No, focus on the little stuff.
That's what I mean. No, when I say like event, I mean like an event for people to go to the theater, like Barbie or Eras, Oppenheimer. Those are like event movies.
Yes. Not like it feels like another episode.
Oh, there's another.
Like
did I miss one of them?
Like the Marvels feels like a.
Did you watch it?
It's just a continuation of it. Yeah.
But like, it just feels like a payoff or continuation or like the final season of of like the Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I'm like, do people care? No,
well, that's the thing. Like, I don't care about those characters at all.
No, I don't care about.
I know who the Fantastic Four are. I'm gonna go see a Fantastic Four movie no matter what.
What do you guys think about Sorry, I got the hiccups. Of who they're saying, Mr. Fantastic. Damn it,
Adam Driver.
No, it's not him.
No,
Mr. Fantastic.
No. Who was it?
What's the name? Get behind me, Ellie.
Oh, Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
I don't know.
That's right.
Honestly, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good, but he's.
I think I'm just.
like,
but here's the thing: if this happens all the time, like we talk about, like who's at the top. It was Pedro Pascal. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm over the Pedro. I'm over the daddy memes. I'm over the.
Yeah.
It went to. I'm over being the daddy meme.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I'm over it.
Like I don't mind him doing something, but at this point, he got to so big of like a personality now in Hollywood that is like, all right, well, I want to see what you want to do. Like, don't take another predetermined character like Mr. Fantastic. You can't do anything with Mr. Fantastic, like artistry wise. Like, you can't do nothing like that. For me, if I want to see Pedro Pascal, I want to see him in something like original.
Oh, like the Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but yeah, something like that.
The pig one?
No, the
one where
Unbearable Weight of Being Awesome or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the one where Nicolas Cage is himself and Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
Yeah, like I want to see something like that. Like I want to see something that like I don't know. I feel like Johnny Depp is really good at that, where he like tries to take on a new character,
like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, really.
Willy Wonka.
We haven't had a good Johnny Depp movie in like.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's knocked it out of the park, but I would like to see him do something.
He gives it the old college try.
Yeah.
Has he since Jack Sparrow?
No.
Yeah, okay. Because Willy Wonka is just Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, no.
With a bowl cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what casting rumor I do like for the Fantastic Four is
Quinn?
well, I like Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm.
You gotta tell me who that is.
Did you see New Mission Impossible?
Okay, yeah.
The blonde.
All right.
Yeah.
But then Joseph Quinn.
Yeah.
Joseph Quinn is from Stranger Things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like the guy who from The Bear.
Flame On guy. What's his name?
Which one's
Johnny Storm.
He's
Human Torch.
He's the brother.
He's the rock and roll guy.
Okay.
How do you not know? It's your favorite show of all
when
time.
When you see him outside
from there,
when you see him outside of Stranger Things without like that wig and everything, like he looks the part. Like I think he would be perfect.
Yeah, is he?
Or the guy from
I guess he's pretty quippy.
The guy from what's the chef show?
Well, he's supposed
to be.
It.
He's another one that I'm like.
Oh, I think he would be a good Human Torch.
That like the
blonde
bear.
Guy? Jeremy White.
Yeah, it's about to be in that wrestling movie with Zac Efron.
He's another where I'm just like.
He hasn't even been in that much.
Already, I'm over it.
That's crazy. He hasn't hit that for me yet. I haven't seen him in that. Well, I didn't watch.
I guess because I haven't watched him, so I don't know if he's good or not.
He's really good. You should watch The Bear.
I always see him in like a red carpet, and I'm like, bruh, I haven't even seen you in a movie yet, and you're already like.
Well, he was in Shameless first. And that's how he got
the
big.
thing. These are all shows that I guess I don't like, or I don't.
Well, I haven't seen him in anything. I've just seen him in interviews and stuff, and
that's what I'm saying.
I like
when you've seen somebody in interviews more than you've seen them in actual content.
Well,
I see that as a problem.
In defense to that, though, I see what he's in. I just choose not to watch it. I don't want to watch.
Only wants to see the people that he watches.
Oh, okay.
Hey, get him out of here.
He wants a bunch of anime characters to be cast.
Yeah, we got Luffy as Human Torch. Actually, he's just Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. One Piece is so good. We can't talk about that here though. Nobody cares.
I'll walk away. Yeah. You guys can go. You guys can go another hour. I'm gonna hit the road.
Yeah. What are we at now?
Hour 12.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So One Piece. Oh, good.
Yes. This is the One Piece section.
Y'all trying to wrap this up? Then?
Yeah.
We can wrap it up, dude.
I mean, I don't know how many people are going to listen to this. We talked about football
for way too long.
90%, but I really didn't care. I'm just happy to be back in the same room with you guys.
I haven't seen you in 5-6 months.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Honestly, I think
is it though?
It's not.
You know, like.
But I think about that, and I tell Leanna all the time, is like, can you believe that was even this year that that happened? Like, at least for me, like so much has happened to me since that time. That is like it doesn't even feel like the same year.
Yeah,
it feels
same.
it's been
You've both
year
been in roller coaster.
We both went on side
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we both.
I've just been the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just
steady. And he's always been that. He's always been that.
Yeah. That's true.
That's crazy.
That was a callback. If you skip the football part,
they probably did.
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah. Who's really listening up to this point?
Hey.
But anyway, like I say we do once a month, like we said.
Yes.
I can commit to 12 episodes this year.
Okay.
12 times. I see you 12 times this year. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's do it.
I'm honestly hoping to convince you to do twice a month, but I don't want to jump the curve. I think that's what.
Well, let's see.
I think we got burnt out. We all talked about that. We got burnt out that first.
I think we were also because of
we're burnt out at work too.
Yeah.
And then coming in here and it felt like another job.
Yeah.
That we weren't getting paid for.
Yeah.
So like I do hope like that if this I think if we keep a steady pace or whatever, even if it's not this year, I would like to make this grow.
But I think if it's less, like if it's not every week, I'm willing to put more effort into the fewer episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this one was kind of a get back, but like next time, you know, let's prepare for the next one.
That's why I didn't mind us talking about football. I was thinking about it. I'm like, but we haven't talked about this forever.
Ring rust. Like we had to knock that off. I was sitting literally like driving over here, like shaking of how nervous.
That's crazy, dude.
Nervous for his fans.
I was shaking because I was pissed.
Yeah, he's drinking a Celsius.
Just work.
Well, I haven't seen you guys in forever, and also like that's the thing, we were talking every single day before, and then coming in here. So like for me, it was like, do we like are we just gonna have dead air the whole time?
Yeah. So
like that's where I was worried about.
Gotcha.
And then also like, am I not gonna live up to the expectations of myself, which I never do.
You never live up to my expectations, but he's a tattoo artist, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Also, I'm trying to, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm trying to like hold back my tongue a little bit so that Mama Evie could listen.
Ooh, Mom, you hear that? Yeah. No, she doesn't. But
she heard the football part.
We'll get her next time.
Done.
But I was when we decided to come back, I started listening to some other clips, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should.
It was a lot.
It
was a lot.
Yeah. He tried for like 1 week.
Yeah, we're gonna come back next month, and it's just he's forgotten.
Nah.
New Year's resolution.
I'm a changed man.
Dang.
Not that changed. I'm still the same me.
He's still got the hood in him.
I tried to, but it's not there.
You live in Oviedo too long.
Yeah, the girls beat it out. They're more hood than me at this point.
Oviedo's changing, bro.
I drove through it.
I hate Oviedo so much, bro.
I was like, what is this?
Oviedo's changing.
It's literally traffic from 6 in the morning to like 8 o'clock at night. Like traffic all through Oviedo. Even to get from where you used to live to like Oviedo Mall, how long you think that should take you?
No more than like 15, 20 minutes, right?
Bruh, that shit takes at least 45.
Really?
At least.
Yeah.
That's why I don't leave the house. Dude.
If it's on a bad time, it could be even worse.
Well, that's a bummer. I like Oviedo. I mean, I don't like the traffic.
That's the part.
That's why I'm going back to Ocala, bro. Let's all go back.
I've never.
If we get in on the ground floor, it's just now getting to the point where we can't even afford it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was looking. We looked.
Serious. We were looking at townhomes. Guess how much townhomes cost?
Is it comparable to here? Because over here, townhomes are like at 400. Higher than 400? No way.
Over here.
Now it's a downtown location.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, downtown. Okay, that's different.
Now that downtown's not this downtown.
Yeah. Okay, is it more than 700?
These over here, when they opened these near me, they were starting at 700.
Oh yeah, here, yeah. I'm talking about like where I was looking at. I was looking at like the outskirts of Winter Park.
Yeah,
they were like the brand new ones were like 400, starting at 400.
800,000, dude.
Yeah,
in Ocala, Florida.
And I'm like, I can't afford this.
Now they did just open up a Mellow Mushroom.
Wow,
that's
I went on Sunday. I went on Sunday, dude.
You got a Sephora too?
No.
Oh,
we have a. What's the other one? What's the other make?
What does the downtown even look like?
It's just like you would picture like a small town like square, but it's not like.
Is it like right here, like Park Ave?
Yeah, but this is like a little more like modern.
Okay.
Like it done up a little bit nicer.
Is it like downtown Apopka?
I haven't been. It's more like a like imagine like downtown Winter Garden. Have you been over there?
Downtown Winter Garden.
Downtown Sanford?
Kind of more, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to give him some other references.
Yeah.
It's really, I'll be honest, Ocala's not that bad. It's gotten a lot better. If nightlife, no, you're not going to get anything like that. But
I'm 31 years old. I don't even know nightlife. Honestly,
this is
what I want is somewhere where I'm close to things.
Yeah.
And there's not that much traffic, which is impossible.
What things do you want to be close to?
Like a cool Publix. Like if I could walk to a Publix, I'll be happy with that. Like even if I could just walk to Publix. Yeah. Even if I could just like be like, I want to get on my skateboard and like I don't know, grab a Red Bull or something like that, and I could just go to Publix real quick and take a lap around Publix and go back to my house, then I'll be happy. But like literally where I'm at now, like I can't even walk to a park. Like there's no even a park close to me.
Unless you live like in an area like I do, now, like the Winter Garden area, like I feel like that doesn't exist. That's all like the newer or downtown, but like that's all like the newer developments.
No, but it doesn't even have to be like a like even if I have to walk 15 minutes, I'm cool with
No,
that.
but they put a Publix at the front of my neighborhood.
Oh, did
Literally
they?
at the front.
Oh yeah, that's oh yeah,
it's beautiful, dude.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I get it, and I get what
even
you're
now,
saying.
I'm not even talking about just
like
that.
I can go right now and just pick up dinner on the way home, and it's
yes,
right there.
like I just want stuff that I don't have to go super out of my way.
Yeah,
and it's just like
I think this state, the whole state of Florida, will get more like that, but unfortunately, it's coming with more traffic, more people,
more cost of living.
I mean, there are spots in Oviedo that are popping off like that, but like I said, like if you want to be in those areas, you got to pay.
You got to sacrifice
like
something, yeah.
You at this point you can't even pay $2,500 for a 1-bedroom apartment in those areas.
No, because ours they've just upped ours again. They want us to pay $2,800.
Jesus Christ!
Thank God, my aunt talked them down to like 26, I think, or 26.50.
That's crazy. Like
you just keep upping it.
What? Like how is that even
for the Publix?
That Publix is nice, dude.
It's really nice. They gotta.
What I'm saying is like they're not even paying anything extra. So what are you paying extra for?
Yeah. Well, and that never made sense to me. Like, why does rent always go up year after year with renters? Yeah.
Like if you're talking about like because taxes got more whatever, or like if you have to pay some like
went up for you
fees or something like that, then sure I understand. But you're just pocketing more money because of what?
I'm always like I want the people that own our house like come look down the street at what like other renters are doing and if they're keeping up with the house and stuff, and then tell me you don't want me in the house.
Yeah,
we keep our house freaking nice, the yard nice.
That's another thing that I like. I feel like that the value of the tenant is non-existent anymore.
Because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, exactly. So
and the people next to me and the house next to that and the house next to that, they don't mow their yards, dude. I don't know how.
It's great.
They got to get on it. I'm so sick of like battling like the side. I'm like, golly.
Dude, I just have a lawn service because it's not that expensive.
My yard's so tiny though.
Yeah, yours is smaller. Yeah, I just don't have a place to store it because everything's so small here. But
I like cutting a good grass. I don't know. Maybe it's
therapeutic. It only takes me an hour.
Maybe
though,
it's the Mexican in me, even though I'm not Mexican.
Do you think I'm part Mexican?
You might.
Maybe.
What percentage?
Not a lot.
Less than 1?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Less than a 1%. That's funny.
Anyway, so yeah, we're back, dude. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas to you boys.
Happy holidays.
It feels like Christmas to me.
We'll be back in the new year.
It's got the New Year's Eve.
We're back once a month at least. That's pending.
Pending easy schedule.
That's pending?
That's pending.
Even that, golly.
He's already come back.
I meant for more, but
he's like,
be
wait,
warned.
I get it out?
No, I can commit to 12 episodes this year.
All right, cool.
Once a month.
I can
commit to 12.
Even if nobody listens to this, I will be happy to come and talk to y'all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't talked to either of y'all. Like, yeah, we text or whatever, but it's not the same.
We should really start, like, we should make it, like, let's go to dinner after.
But that never happens. I've tried to make that happen. Yes. How many times
after this?
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I was talking,
we record the pod and then go to dinner.
Cool. Evie's trying to make a villain right now. I'll explain that later, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, we're not going to Cava.
No.
No, but like, well, yeah, because I've tried or we've tried to like find a spot to like hang out or go play like
it's
golf
hard.
or whatever.
It's hard,
but
dude.
We all got lives,
he was busy.
I was busy. I told you I went on a side quest, and you know me. When I commit, I commit.
Yeah, he was deep.
When I fall in love, I'm in love, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, thanks for hanging.
Thanks for hanging. Merry Christmas.
If you made it this far, you will win.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll get you something. A mint.
Yeah. If you made this far, you probably know us personally. We'll give you something in person next time we see you.
See you later.
Peace.
Deuces.